and gentlemen, the 3 gold with the playlet, New Yorker in Tondo, the cast of characters.
Silaw. Kamu tundahan na siya. Kumakuha kanina. Kausap mo serum-serum. Iginig mo nga yan.
Visitors, always visitors. Nothing but visitors all day long. Naku, I'm beginning to feel like a society matron. Tony, I thought you were in the province.
But is that you, Aling Atang?
Of course, it's I, foolish boy. Who did you think it was? Carmen Rosales?
You don't look like Aling Atang.
I had my haircut. Do I look so horrible?
Oh no. You look just wonderful, Aling Atang. For a moment, I thought you were your own daughter. I thought you were Kikay.
Oh, you are as palicaro as ever, Tony. But come in. Here, sit down, Tony. How is your mother?
Oh, poor mother is terribly homesick for Tondo, Aling Atang. You know, with us engineers, we must go where jobs call us.
Now I understand how she feels.
Tingnan mo, zoom in.
Ay, my poor kumare. How bored she must be out there. But I wonder if that's true after all. Look at my Kikay. She was there in America for a whole year. And she says that she never felt homesick at all.
When did Kikay arrive, Aling Atang?
That girl arrived only last Monday. And look what has happened to me. When she first saw me, she was furious. She said that I needed a complete overhauling. She dragged me off to a beauty shop, and look what she has done to me. My hair is cut, my eyebrows are shaved, my nails are manicured, and whenever I go to market, I must use lipstick and rouge. Just mayo, do I look like an American?
You look just wonderful, Aling Atang. And where's Kikay now?
Of course, she is at home. She's still sleeping.
Still sleeping?
She says that in New York, people doesn't wake up until 12 o'clock noon.
It's 10 o'clock now. Well, will you just tell her I called to welcome her home? Oh, and will you please give her these flowers?
You wait for her, dear Tony. She'll be simply delighted to see her old childhood friend. And she'll want to thank you in person for these flowers. Oh, Tony, you must not call me Aling Atang. Kikay doesn't like it. She says it is a more civilized form of address. So especially in front of Kikay, you must call me Mrs. Mendoza.
Yes, yes, Mrs. Mendoza.
Oh, and Tony, you must not call Kikay Kikay.
And what shall I call her?
You must call her Francesca.
Francisca?
Not Francisca, Francesca.
But why Francesca?
She says that in New York, everybody calls her Francesca. She says it sounds so chichi, so Italian. So be sure and remember, do not call her Kikay. She hates that name. Call her Francesca.
Yes, Miss Mendoza.
Just me.
Never mind, Mrs. Mendoza. I'll answer it.
Just tell them to wait, Tony.
Tony! Totoy!
You old son of your father,
You vicar about you.
mayroon pa ba tayo dyan?
You ask me that and you look like a walking gold mine? How many depots have you been looting, huh?
Hoy, more slowly there. It's you the police are out looking for.
Impossible! I'm a reformed character.
Make way for the Tondo boys. Bang, bang.
Good to see you, old pal. Here, have a smoke.
Dadanaw.
I thought you were in Bulacan, partner.
I am. I just came to say hello to Kikay.
So have I. What was she doing in New York anyway?
Studying hair culture and beauty science. She got a diploma. Oh, and she's not Kikay anymore. She is Francesca.
Francesca?
Miss Tondo has become Miss New York. Our dear old Kikay is now an American.
Kikay? An American? Don't make me laugh. Why, I knew that girl when she was still selling rice cakes. Puto kayo dyan, bili na kayo ng puto.
Remember when we pushed her into the canal?
Naku, how that girl could fight.
Why? It's Totoy.
Nana, my own.
And Tony too. What's all this? A Canto Boy reunion?
We have come to greet a lady from New York.
So have I. Is she at home? Yes, she's just dressing. Good morning, Nana. Good morning, Totoy. I said good morning. Why are you two staring at me like that? Is that you, Aling Atang?
Good God, it is Aling Atang.
Totoy, Aling Atang now prefers to be called Mrs. Mendoza.
Oh, Tony, you know it's not I who prefers it, but Kikay. She was delighted with these flowers. Nana, stop gaping at me. I'll pinch you. How you used to pinch and pinch me, Aling Atang, when I was a little girl. You were a very naughty girl, always fighting with Kikay. You were all very naughty children. This one especially, always sneaking into our backyard mangoes from our mango tree.
Do you still have that mango tree?
Yes, it's still out there in our backyard.
Come on, Nana, let's steal their mangoes.
You just try. I steal one as fast as ever. See if I don't catch you again and pull your pants off.
But I wear suspenders now, Mrs. Mendoza.
Oh, you rascal. Come with me to the kitchen. Well, Tony.
You shouldn't have come today, Nana.
Oh, why not?
I haven't talked with Kikay yet.
Oh, Tony, Tony.
Oh, Tony. Use your head, Nana. Who ever heard of a man breaking off to engage with the girl? It's not usual. And my God, it's not easy.
Are you in love with Kikay or with me?
Of course, I'm in love with you. I'm engaged to you.
Yes, and you're engaged to Kikay too.
But that was a year ago.
Oh, you wolf.
Nana, you know I love only you.
How could you have the nerve to propose to me when you were still engaged to Kikay?
I wish I had never told you. This is what I get for being honest.
Honest? You call yourself honest? Getting me to fall in love with you when you still belong to Kikay?
I thought I didn't belong to Kikay anymore. It was only a secret engagement anyway. I proposed to her just before she left for America, and she said you must keep her engagement a secret after she came back. But when she had been there for a couple of months, she stopped answering my letters. So I considered myself a free man again.
And so you proposed to me?
Yes.
And then asked me to keep our engagement a secret?
Just give me a chance to talk to Kikay and explain everything to her. Then you and I will announce our engagement.
Well, you better hurry. I'm getting impatient.
The trouble is, how can I talk with Kikay now?
I'll take care of Totoy.
That's good.
You just leave it to me.
Puto kayo dyan, bili na kayo ng puto.
Listen, everybody. Here comes Kikay, but she prefers to be called Francesca. Oh, hello, you darling people. Nana, my dear, but how cute you've become. Antoni, my little pal of the alley, how are you? And Totoy, my, how ravishing you look. Goodness, you look like a Tondo super production in Technicolor. But sit down, everybody. Do sit down and let me look at you. Oh, Mamsie! What's the matter now? How many times must I tell you, Mamsie dearest? Never to serve fruit juice in water glasses. But I couldn't find the salt glasses you brought home. Oh, my poor little Mamsie. She's so clumsy, no? But never mind, dearest. Don't break your heart about it. Here, sit down. No, I must be going to market. Oh, Mamsie, don't forget my celery. I can't live without celery. I'm like a rabbit, munch all day. And remember, Mamsie, a little bloom on the lips, a little bloom on the cheeks. Oh, Kikay, do I have to? Again, Mamsie? I give up. Poor Mamsie, she's quite a problem. Oh, does anybody have a light? Mercy.
Huh?
I said mercy. That means thank you in French. Tell us about New York. New York.
How long did you stay there?
10 months, 4 days, 7 hours, and 21 minutes.
And she's still there? In her dreams.
Yes, I feel as if I was still there, as though I had never left it. But I look around me and realize that no, I'm not there. I'm not in New York. I'm here. I'm home, they tell me. Home. But which is home for me? I feel myself to be in exile, spiritual exile. My spirit aches for its true home across the sea. Ah, New York, my own dear New York. I don't think we ought to be here at all, boys.
Yes, we shouldn't disturb her.
Let's all just walk out very, very quietly. And New York, my own dear New York.
Listen, oh listen. Now in New York, it's springtime. It's spring in New York. The daisies are just appearing in the Central Park, and out in Staten Island, the grass is green again. Oh, we have a funny custom in New York. An old, and very dear custom. When spring comes around each year, we New Yorkers who make a sort of pilgrimage to an old tree growing down by the Battery. Oh, it's an old tree. It's been growing since New York was New York. And we, New Yorkers, we call it our tree. In a way, that tree is our symbol for New York. Undying, immortal, forever growing, forever green. But please forgive me. Here I am going sentimental and just mooning away over things you have no idea about. No, you can't understand this emotion I feel for our dear old tree over there in New York. Oh, but I do understand perfectly. I feel that way too about our tree. About what tree? Our mango tree, Kikay. Have you forgotten about it? Why, you and I used to go climbing up there every day and gorging ourselves on green mangoes. How our stomachs ached afterwards. Our mango tree, Kikay. The mango tree out there in your backyard. Oh, that tree.
What's the matter, Kikay? Don't you feel the same emotion for the tree as you do for the one in New York?
Of course not.
Why not?
They're completely different. I don't feel any emotion for this silly old mango tree. It doesn't awaken any memories for me at all. I really must go and say hello to our tree. You don't mind, Kikay, do you? Of course not, child. Do go. Tatoy, will you come with me?
To the ends of the earth.
No, darling, just toward your little backyard. Apparently, our Totoy still has a terrific crush on Nana. Do wake up, Tony. What are you looking so miserable about?
Kikay, I don't know just how to begin.
Just call me Francesca, and that's a good beginning.
There's something I must tell you. Something very important.
Oh, Tony, can we just forget all about it?
Forget?
That's the New York way, Tony. Forget. Nothing must ever be too serious. Nothing must drag on too long. Tonight, give all your heart. Tomorrow, forget. And when you meet again, smile, shake hands. Just good sports.
What are you talking about?
Tony, I was only a child at that time. When you and I got engaged. I've changed so much since then, Tony.
That was only a year ago.
To me, it seems a century. So much has happened to me. I've become a completely different person in just 1 year. After all, what's a year? What's a person? Just relative terms. Oh, listen. Last summer, it was really hot. One of the hottest summers we ever had. I'd go riding on one of those double-decker buses just to cool off. And all those people from Kalamazoo and Peoria and other places like that would be wandering around the streets. Sightseeing, you know.
Listen, I don't want to talk about New York. I want to talk about our engagement.
And that's what we cannot do, Tony. Not anymore.
Why not?
Tony, you got engaged to a girl named Kikay. Well, that girl doesn't exist anymore. She's dead. The person you see before you is Francesca. Don't you see, Tony? I'm a stranger to you. We don't speak the same language. I hate to hurt you, Tony. But surely you see that there can be no more talk of engagement between us. And marriage between us would be a stark miscegenation. Imagine a New Yorker marrying a Tondo boy.
Now look here.
I'm sorry if I've hurt you, Tony. But I wanted you to realize how ridiculous it would be to think that I could still be engaged to you.
I'm not going to stand here and be insulted.
Hush, Tony, hush. Don't shout. Don't lose your temper. It's so uncivilized. People in New York don't lose their temper. Not people of the Hormondi anyway.
What you want me to do? Smile and say thank you for slapping my face?
Yes, Tony, be a sport. Let's smile and shake hands and be just friends, huh? Be brave, Tony. That's the New York way. Forget. You'll find somebody else. Someone more proper for you.
If you weren't a woman, I'd...
Hold it, Tony. You must never, never hit a woman.
What's all this? Nothing. Nothing at all.
What were you two quarreling about?
We were not quarreling. Tony and I just decided to be good friends and nothing more. Tony, is this true?
Yes.
Oh, good. Now we can tell them. Tell us what?
What's going on here?
Tony and I are engaged.
Engaged?
Yes, we've been secretly engaged for a month. A month? Why you?
I did try to tell you, Kikay. I was trying to tell you.
You unspeakable cad. Hey, careful there. You're speaking to my fiancé. He's not your fiancé. Oh no, and why not, huh? Because he was still engaged to me when he got engaged to you. Well, he's not engaged to you anymore. You just said yourself. But I didn't know all about this. This triggerous business. Getting engaged to you when he was still engaged to me. Do I look like the kind of girl who would let a man shill her? Oh, you horrible, horrible monster.
Now remember, Kikay, it's uncivilized to lose one's temper. People in New York don't lose their tempers. Not people of the hot Monday anyway.
I've never felt so humiliated in my life. You beast, I'll teach you to humiliate me. I told you to leave him alone. He's my fiancé. And I told you he's not. He's engaged to me until I release him. And I haven't released him yet. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're just being a dog in a manger. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Stealing my man behind my back. What? What did you say?
Totoy, pull them apart.
You get out of this or I'll knock your head up.
Naku, lumabas din ang pagkatundo.
Shameless hussy! Man-eater!
How dare you, sucker?
What? She hit me first.
Look what you've done to her.
Are you trying to defend her? You never defended me.
Shut up!
I hate you! I hate you!
Shut up, or I'll bash your mouth off.
Hey, don't you talk to Nena that way.
You get out of this.
He's more a gentleman than you are. He defends me.
You take your hands off her.
I told you to get out of this.
Oh, Totoy, you've saved my life. Tony, open your eyes.
Oh, get away from here.
Totoy, take me away from here.
Are you still engaged to him?
I hate him. I never want to see him again in my life.
Good. Come on, let's go.
Hey,
Don't you speak to me, you brute.
I wasn't talking to you.
Don't you speak to me either. You have insulted the woman I love.
Oh, Totoy, why have you never told me?
Well, now you know.
Congratulations.
Let's go, darling. I don't like the smell around her.
Now you've ruined my life. I hope you're satisfied.
I have ruined your life. You have ruined mine.
What you need is a good spanking.
Don't you come near me, you cantabay.
Just 1 year in New York and you forget your old friends?
Just 1 year in New York. And what do? But when we got engaged, you swore to be true. You promised to wait for me. And I believed you. I believed you.
What are you crying about? Be brave. Forget. That's the New York way. Nothing must ever be too serious. Nothing must drag on too long.
Oh, Tony, please.
Besides, there could be no more talk of an engagement between us. We don't speak the same language. And marriage between us would be a stark miscegenation. Imagine a New Yorker marrying a Tondo boy.
Oh, Tony, I've been such a fool. I'm sorry, Tony.
Well, I'm not. I'm glad I found what kind of person you are.
Oh, Tony, you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm not that kind of person at all.
Oh, person is just
That was Francesca saying all those silly things. But Francesca exists no more, Tony. The girl standing before you is Kikay.
In that silly dress?
Oh, this is just a gift wrapping, Tony. But deep down inside me, I'm just a little Tondo girl in love with her Tondo.
Well.
It's true, Tony. I'm Kikay. Remember me? We used to go swimming together when we were kids. I've come back, Tony.
If I remember right, I was engaged to a girl named Kikay.
Yes, and you're still engaged to her, Tony.
Welcome home, Kikay. How was the trip? How was the trip?
Horrible. I couldn't wait to get back.
Like it in New York?
Give me Tondo anytime.
Why didn't you answer my letters?
Francesca wouldn't let me write, Tony.
That was a nasty girl. I'm glad she's dead.
Francesca. Oh, Tony, are you still here? Francesca, don't be angry, but I couldn't find any celery. Oh, never mind, Inay. I hate celery. Hate celery? Why? You said you couldn't live without it.
That was Francesca, Alingatang. And Francesca is dead. The girl standing before you is Kikay.
But Kikay is Francesca. Oh no, Inay. I'm not Francesca. I'm Kikay. Well, just for Santo, I give up. Oh, that tune. What memories it brings back. I first heard it in New York at Eddie Condon. Sorry, darling. May I have this jogging with you, partner?
You like it, madam?
This playlet was a cooperative effort to the three gold students. The main characters, Ferdinand Soriano as Kikay or Francesca, Angelo James Taginalde as Tony. The minor characters, Marichi Mulyon as Nena, Donetta Rivaras as Aling Atang or Mrs. Mendoza, and Richard Gamboa as Totoy. The voices behind the characters, Rhea Flor Padual as Kikay, Nico Lumpas as Tony, Mark Steven Capukol as Totoy, May Gladys Zacarias as Mrs. Mendoza, and Aiza Bonga as Lena. Directed by Nico Lumpas and assisted by